Ever find yourself wondering about the recent updates on student loan forgiveness? It's a hot topic these days, stirring up the curiosity of many, especially those with a mountain of student debt. This video will take you through a chronological journey of the latest happenings in the student loan forgiveness sphere. We'll unravel the complex threads of loan servicer changes, uncertainties, lawsuits, and key takeaways. So buckle up and stay tuned to discover how these changes may affect you. Rewinding back to June 2022, a significant shift occurred for about 2 million federal student loan borrowers. FedLoan, a servicer that had its fair share of criticisms for errors and misinformation, decided to call it quits on its contract with Uncle Sam. So what happened to those loans? Well, they got a new home at the Missouri Higher Education Loan Authority, or MOHELA for short. Now, if you're starting to sweat about your rates skyrocketing or your loan forgiveness program disappearing, don't panic. The terms, conditions, interest rates, even the forgiveness programs, they all remained intact during this move. So, if you've been dreaming of that sweet, sweet debt relief from the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, keep on dreaming. But remember, with this change, it's not just about the where, it's also about the who. Who's handling your loans now? It's MOHELA. So, if you're one of those 2 million borrowers, you might want to add MOHELA to your contacts. Because as a borrower, it's crucial to stay informed about who's handling your loans. Fast forward to 2023 and the waters of student loan forgiveness become murkier. It's like navigating a dense fog with no compass. The future of President Biden's student loan forgiveness program hangs in the balance, its fate pending the judgment of the U.S. Supreme Court. Yes, my friends, this is the suspense thriller of student loan forgiveness. The pause button still holds on student loan payments, a pandemic-related relief that remains in place. But like any good cliffhanger, the restart date is dependent on the Supreme Court's ruling, so everyone's eyes are on the court, waiting for the gavel to drop. Meanwhile, the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program is gearing up for a makeover in July. We're talking about significant changes that could potentially impact many borrowers. At the same time, a new income-driven repayment plan is cooking in the policy oven. These plans could mean lower monthly payments and total loan amounts for borrowers. However, the rollout of Biden's forgiveness program has been like a jigsaw puzzle with missing pieces, causing confusion for borrowers. The Supreme Court's decision expected by June is the missing piece that everyone is eagerly waiting for. With so many moving parts, it's no wonder borrowers were left scratching their heads. Here's hoping for a plot twist that benefits us all. As if things weren't complicated enough, along comes a legal challenge. Now let's dive into the lawsuit saga. In a twist worthy of a legal thriller, the Biden administration finds itself facing a lawsuit over the extension of the pause on federal student loan payments. The plaintiffs in this case? A group known as the New Civil Liberties Alliance, representing the Mackinac Center for Public Policy. Their argument? They contend that the Department of Education has overstepped its bounds by unlawfully extending the pause. They also argue that this pause harms nonprofit employers and reduces the incentive for borrowers to work for a nonprofit. Of course, the Department of Education didn't take this lying down. They maintain that the pause, along with a proposed debt cancellation plan, are perfectly within the bounds of legality. But what does this mean for you, the borrower? Well, the lawsuit has essentially hit the pause button on the restart of federal student loan payments. These payments are now set to resume 60 days after the Supreme Court makes a decision regarding the lawsuit. And what about the loan forgiveness program? This legal challenge has also thrown a wrench in the works. The fate of the program, which could cancel up to $20,000 for qualifying borrowers, is now also tied to the litigation. The courtroom drama continues, with the fate of millions of borrowers hanging in the balance. With all these twists and turns, what's the bottom line? Let's recap the labyrinth that is the current student loan situation. First, we've seen a major shift with 2 million federal student loan borrowers having their loans transferred from FedLoan to MOHELA. While this change shouldn't affect your terms or conditions, it's essential to keep a close eye on your account throughout the transition. Now, on to the elephant in the room, Biden's student loan forgiveness program. It's causing quite the stir, with its fate now in the hands of the Supreme Court. As we eagerly await the outcome, the pause on student loan payments remains our silver lining, giving borrowers some breathing room. But it's not all smooth sailing. The pause itself is under scrutiny, with lawsuits calling for an immediate end to the moratorium. The outcome of these legal battles could significantly impact the future of student loan repayments. Despite these uncertainties, one thing is clear. Change is on the horizon. Whether it's more flexible forgiveness programs or revised income-driven repayment plans, the landscape of student loans is evolving. Remember, staying informed is the first step towards managing your student loans effectively.